tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good early afternoon, everybody. Happy Saturday. Okay, I'm just double checking my audio there. Got a new phone, right? Not everything's bright and sunny. It's like, and it's different, and it doesn't have what I want. Oh well, it's all right. Even texting is weird, a little bit weirder. So, but I have a good feeling I'll figure it out. If my phone even goes boop, no. So, doop. All right. We get started about the 3-minute mark. So, I know I usually have stuff to say before, but I'm feeling very dizzy today. I forgot to take my meds yesterday, and this is what happens when I don't take my meds. So, I get really dizzy. I took them already this morning, so hopefully it'll catch up soon. I'll probably be dizzy all day, but hopefully. Anyway. Hi. Hello. All right, we're getting close to that 3-minute mark. Let's go ahead and get started. Refreshing. Got to do introductions, don't we? Okay, let's do that. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be your host. Whether you like it or not, you don't have a choice. So you do have a choice. You don't have to watch it. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching live or the rewatch, I would appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, Chris, it's good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Amber said she was going to be here, but she lied. So, but it's good to see you, Chris. Let's move this over to chat. And let's kind of get started on finding a reason to believe, which is actually a song. Yep, it's a song written and performed by Rod Stewart. And believe it or not, it is kind of written. The person that wrote in here anyway, wrote in the Daily Reflections, was referring to that song. And I found that to be kind of interesting. It brings the song up in it. So I figure I'd just go ahead and let people know what it referred to. All right. I think Amber finally made it. So we can get started. No, it's Ingrid. Hi, Ingrid. We are going to be reading out of As Bill Sees It, page 171. Then we'll finish up with the daily reflection, today's daily reflection. So I will get a drink while you get prepared. Ingrid, there's some people that I do a lot of reading, and for them to really get it, they read at the same time. So I tend to stall when it comes to the reading, so people can read along if they want to. So. And of course, as a reminder, let's remember that my experience is not the only experience. If you have a different experience or want to add on to it, please feel free to, man. This is not the Dion show. Well, yeah, it is. So I'm the only one here. I guess I should have just asked Amber to come on with me today. She said, I'm home in time to see it. But anyway, she's got these things called children. All right, Ingrid? So let's get to it. Dividends and mysteries. The AA preoccupation with sobriety is sometimes misunderstood. The preoccupation with sobriety, okay. To some, the single virtue appears to be the sole dividend of our fellowship. No. Nope. Our fellowship is not all about that. We know that, right? So the preoccupation that we have with just staying sober, okay? We are thought to be dried up drunks who otherwise have changed little or not at all for the better. You know, when we're in our cups, it's not hard to, it's easy for them not to believe us. Okay. And that's not the denial of the disease is so bad. The denial of the disease is so bad, it will kill families. It will destroy them. It will separate families. It'll divide people against each other. It'll divide mothers and fathers. I've seen it happen. Such surmise widely misses the truth. Yeah, we know that that's not true. Okay. So what are we going to do? We're going to use our actions to show that we are being truthful. Such a surmise, we know that permanent sobriety can be obtained only by the most revolutionary change in life and outlook of the individual, by a spiritual awakening that can banish the desire to drink. Okay. Now, the thing is we are more than alcoholics. We're more than food addicts or porn addicts or these things. These are not the things that make us up. We need to find that spiritual awakening. You must find that spiritual awakening so that your obsession can be lifted so that you can live a full life. When you live a full and fruitful life, so do other people. Just like when we were doing bad things, right? Just like when we were doing bad things, that affected other people. When we start to do good things, not only do we affect other people, they can see that people can change. And when they see that other people can change, they may start to change themselves. I think my meds are kicking in because I'm not feeling as dizzy. So tired of being on meds. Yeah, so Ingrid, I missed my meds yesterday, and so I was feeling a little dizzy. I already took them today, though, so nothing big, but, after already detoxing for a month, I'm a little frustrated. So, all right, then it's going to go on to the other one. There's another part here. So this is a little separate. The first part was a letter in 1966. This part is a letter in 1955. You were asking yourself, as all of us must, who am I? Where am I? Whence do I go? Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. So, little talking heads. Who am I? I mean, it goes right. This is not my beautiful house. All right. I'm just being, whence do I go? The process of enlightenment is usually slow. Oh, almost painfully slow sometimes. Almost painfully slow. But in the end, our seeking always brings a finding. It's true. These great mysteries are, after all, enshrined in complete simplicity. The willingness to grow is the essence of all spiritual development. Right? You saw a squirrel. I even sent you a text message. I ain't buying it. Same as it ever was. That's how I go with. We're in the middle of singing Talking Heads at the present moment, so it's still a squirrel. I really like this. These great mysteries are, after all, enshrined in complete simplicity. The simpler we keep it, the better off we are. You know what? Everything is usually kind of pretty straightforward. Sometimes we need to learn or whatever, but it's usually pretty simple. Now, getting there may be a little tough, but the answer is almost always very simple. Very simple. First is awareness, then you do something about it. First is awareness, then you do something about it. Whether it's good or bad doesn't matter. Do something about it, right? The willingness to grow is the essence of all spiritual development. Willingness at all times. Okay, willingness needs to go into everything that we do. I know for me it does. Okay, because I need to be willing to do certain things. I need to be willing to come on here and do this today. I had to, we use willingness a lot more. I didn't even realize I was using it, right? So I'm like, I'm dizzy. I don't really feel like doing it, but I do feel like doing it because it's part of my day, but I do it anyway because it's what I'm supposed to do. All right. So a line from a song goes, and I look for a reason, and I look to find a reason to believe. Some of you weren't here yet. That song is by Rod Stewart. And I would actually recommend you go listen to it. It's actually a very endearing song. Okay. If you did not know this about Rod Stewart used to have very, very bad stage fright. And he used to sing behind the drummer. Just so you know. Dizzy's, ugh. It reminds me that one time I was not able to find a reason to believe that my life was all right. Even though my life had been saved by my coming to AA, 3 months later, I went out and drank again. Someone told me, you don't have to believe. Aren't you willing to believe that there's a reason for your life? For your life? Don't you feel like there's a reason for your living, for you to live? Aren't you willing to believe that there is a reason for your life, even though you may not know yourself what that reason is, or what you may not sometimes know the right way to behave? I still don't quite know my reason for being here. I'm discovering it. I do a lot of different things to discover those things. I become willing to do a lot of different things so I can figure out who I am. Where can I be of the maximum service? What can I do to be of maximum service today? Today's not as easy, but what can I do today to still be of maximum service? Okay. When I saw how willing I was to believe there was a reason for my life, then I could start working on the steps. Now, when I begin with, I am willing, I'm using the key that leads to action, honesty, and an openness to a higher power moving through my life. And that is the key of willingness. The key to willingness is action. Faith without works is dead. But first, we must become willing to expunge every single part of us which does not fit into the grand scheme of things. That includes our lying. It includes our manipulation. All these things, okay, lying is a habit. Lying is a bad habit. It is a habit. What is alcoholism? It's a habit. What is manipulation? It is a habit. Right? And we've got to go out there. What does it say in doctor's opinion? It says that if we are to get through to these alcoholics, it must have depth and weight. That frothy emotional peel will seldom suffice. See, we can say things like, I understand that you would die for your kids and your family, but would you get well for them? Would you be willing to change instead of taking the easy way out, which is abhorred by nature and by God himself? It's a very unnatural. Suicide is an unnatural act. Okay? I'm not getting into the reasons we commit suicide and things like that. I'm just saying that's why you felt that way. That's why you were in this circle of insanity and couldn't break free from it. Okay. Ow. Must you always use nails? Must you always use nails? All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I love you. Peace out and have a day.